Quadratics, factoring quadratics, a equals 1. Remember that the standard form of a quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a does not equal 0. So this a value can't equal 0. A, b, and c are just any numbers. When a equals 1, so if this is 1 here, these expressions are much easier to factor than when a isn't 1. A does not equal 1. So let's start with those easier expressions. When all the coefficients, so a, b, and c are called the coefficients, when all the coefficients a, b, and c are positive, it also makes things easy. There are 7 steps for factoring. 1. Put the x squared term in the lower left corner of the box and the constant term in the upper right. We're going to go through example 1 as we're doing this. So I'm going to make a box right here. In the lower left corner, we're going to put the x squared term. So the number in front of x squared is 1. So it's 1x squared. The constant term is right there, and that's going to go in the upper right, so positive 5. So that's the first step. Step 2, multiply those terms and put the result in the top of the diamond. So we're going to make a diamond. I'm just going to make an X. We're going to take these two terms. We're going to multiply them together. 5 times x squared is 5x squared. That's step 2. Put the x term, whoops, I want to use blue there. Put the x term in the bottom of the diamond. So I'm going to use the red there. So the red 6x is going to go in the bottom of the diamond. That's step 3. 4. Find the terms that complete the diamond. So we need to find these two terms right here that multiply together to give me 5x squared and add together to give me 6x. Well, that's going to be 1x and 5x. So I can just say x and 5x because x times 5x is 5x squared, and x times 5x or plus 5x is 6x. So now, step 5, put those terms in the empty parts of the box. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to bring them over, and it doesn't matter which one goes where, not at all. So I'm going to put x here and 5x there. Find, step 6, find the length and width of the box. So something times something equals x squared. X times x equals x squared. X times something else is equal to x. Oh, x times 1 is x. X times something equals 5x. All right, that's 5 because x times 5 is 5x. And then check, does 1 times 5 equal 5? Yes, great. And then now what we can do is we can do step 7, rewrite the original expression in factored form. So here's our original expression, and we're going to use the length and the width in parentheses, and we read it as the quantity x plus 1, that comes from right here, it's plus 1 because 1 is positive, times the quantity x plus 5, x plus 5 because 5 is positive. And we have rewritten the original expression in factored form. Let's do example, we just did example 1, where all of the coefficients are positive. Okay. Now, when the C value is negative, we know that the left and right parts of the diamond must have opposite signs. One positive, one negative. All right, so example 2. So we're going to do example 2 here. The x squared term goes in the lower left-hand corner. The constant term goes in the upper right-hand corner. Next, we multiply those together and put them in the top of the diamond. Now we take the x term and we write it in the bottom of the diamond. And now, because this is negative, because this was negative, now we have a positive. This must be a positive and a negative, or a negative and a positive. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say positive something x and negative something x. And so now we have to ask ourselves, what times what is going to give me negative 10? Negative 10 times 1 or negative 1 times 10. But those won't add together to give me the right thing. Okay, so what else times what gives me negative 10? 5 and 2. So negative 2 times positive 5 would give me a positive 3 here. So it's got to be a negative 5 and a positive 3. And now we can bring those two over, put negative 5x up here, positive 3x down there. And now we fill out the outer parts, the length and the width of our box. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5, x times negative 5 is the negative 5x. X times 3 is 3x. And then 3 times negative 5 is negative. Whoa! That's not supposed to be a 3. It's supposed to be a 2 right there. Wow, I said 2, I think, but I messed it up when I transferred it. Wow, things went really wrong. And I saw they went wrong because negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, and that wasn't right. So I knew that this had to be a 2, positive 2x. And this is positive 2x because right there. So that came there. And then x times 2 is 2x. And now 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. If that tripped you up, go back and watch it again real quick. Now I can rewrite the original expression as the quantity x minus 5 times the quantity x plus 2. Lastly, when the C value is positive, the left and right parts are either both positive or both negative, and I mean the left and right parts of the diamond. We can tell which case we are dealing with by looking at the B value. When C is positive and B is negative, the left and right terms of the diamond are both negative. All right, so in the first example, let's go up and have a look. C was positive and B was also positive. So these are both positive. In this example, we're going to have a situation where C is positive but B is negative. All right? So we have our x squared term goes in the lower left. Our constant goes in the upper right. We multiply those together to get 14x squared, and that goes in the top of the diamond. The x term goes in the bottom of the diamond. And now this is positive and this is negative. That means that these have to both be negative. That's the only way it works. Negative something x times negative something x. Now, what can I multiply together to give me 14, but add together to give me negative 9? Well, it's negative 2 and negative 7. Negative 2x and negative 7x. Bringing those over, what times what is x squared? X times x is x squared. X times what is negative 2x? X times negative 2 is negative 2x. X times what is negative 7x? X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Negative 2 times negative 7, is that 14? Yes, excellent. So we can rewrite the original expression as the quantity x minus 2 times the quantity x minus 7. And that is factoring quadratics where a is 1.